Hey guys, Louie here again for Gaming Watch PH, and it's once again time for me to ask, what's the point? This week, we ask, what's the point of DLCs? Now, for those of you who remember the days before the internet and Steam and Origin and GOG and Uplay and all of these online game services, basically. When a game was released, some games would get what's called an expansion pack, which is basically it's another CD or DVD of part of a game, something that you install on top of a game that you've already bought to allow it to be expanded. You get an additional storyline, a couple of new things, so on and so forth. Now, this is ideally what the role DLCs were supposed to serve. To some extent, some developers do manage to do this. DLCs on their own, despite the negative connotation that's attributed to it, isn't always entirely bad. It's not inherently evil. What does make it bad, however, is when companies start to charge you large amounts of money, or rather, money that is inappropriate for the amount of content that you're getting from a DLC. But basically, for now, what's important to note is that DLCs innately aren't bad. There are a couple of good DLCs that have been released, and when done correctly, DLCs are actually a no-brainer choice to buy. I'm gonna go again back to Witcher 3 here, mainly because, well, they've just announced that the second expansion, the second part of their season pass DLC, which is Blood and Wine, is coming out on May 31, and I'm so psyched for that. But basically, look at what CD Projekt Red did with Witcher 3. They released free DLCs, which added a lot of minor stuff to the game. Minor quests, minor items, cosmetic changes. This was done right simply because the DLC, the core of the game is already there, and these minor DLC changes didn't really take that long to develop, so they give it away for free. Their paid DLC, however, the first one that released was Hearts of Stone. This one added an entirely new storyline, a couple of changes to the gameplay, and personally, for the price I paid, it was well worth it, simply because the price was low compared to the other DLCs, and the amount of content that you get is huge. And the upcoming DLC, Blood and Wine, is actually much bigger than the previous DLC. And again, for the price point, it's fair. It's very good. It's a very good price point for it. So yeah, just to wrap it up, DLCs are not innately bad. What makes them bad is when developers start charging people inappropriate amounts of money for the amount of content that you actually get. Now, that's the kind of practice that personally I would not support, because it encourages these game developers to keep doing the practice because they're making money off of it. Alright, so that's it for this week's What's the Point. So again, if you like the video, please like it, hit the subscribe button. If you have any opinions or comments, please share them down below. And I'll see you guys next week.